Hello and welcome to Sook News Television. We're reaching you live from our studio in Lagos. I'm Moyosore Adebi. Nigeria's Rural Electrification Agency has signed multiple new agreements aimed at unlocking over 500 billion naira in private sector investments to power underserved communities across the country. At a stakeholder forum in Abuja, the agency's managing director, Abba Aliyu, said the deals go beyond paperwork, with past MOUs already delivering power stations. We'll go on a short break and we'll be right back.
Afrobeats is a classic overnight success story, except it didn't happen overnight. I'm happy to be here. One of the key things about the Omniverse is that it's designed to go beyond an event and designed to be fully something that people can engage beyond the summit. The point being that Nigeria has so much to bring to the world in terms of these things, but we will be bringing fresh energy, fresh ideas, a fresh engagement, and we're obviously open to collaboration. But hip-hop, it never dies. What's the difference between Thor and Shango? Thor is approaching $50 billion in revenue. Shango's broke somewhere outside Lagos. And that's a lack of imagination on our part, Africa, and they're all Nigerian. So to be seen and to be noticed is very hard if you're not in the place where all the noise is being made.
Welcome back to the Midday News. Nigeria's Rural Electrification Agency has signed multiple new agreements aimed at unlocking over 500 billion naira in private sector investments to power underserved communities across the country. At a stakeholder forum in Abuja, the agency's managing director, Abba Aliyu, said the deals go beyond paperwork, with past MOUs already delivering smart police stations, a renewable energy center, and solar mini-grids. One key agreement will power correctional facilities nationwide, starting with the Nigerian Correctional Service headquarters in Abuja, impacting over 81,000 inmates with access to clean energy. The agency says it has already electrified more than 1,600 communities and is planning 200 new mini-grids in partnership with 13 state governments. Officials also announced upcoming projects with Galaxy Backbone to co-deploy electricity and internet infrastructure in schools, cutting costs and expanding digital access. The federal government has launched YouthCred, a national credit access initiative under the Nigerian Consumer Credit Corporation, Credit Corps, designed to provide access to consumer credit, starting with members of the National Youth Service Corps, NYSC. The launch of YouthCred fulfills a commitment made by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in his Democracy Day address on June 12, where he promised that a credit initiative targeting 400,000 Nigerians, including Youth Corps members, will begin in July. Credit Corps, in a statement, noted that the first phase of YouthCred focuses on NYSC members, who will be required to complete a short digital credit education program before becoming eligible for tailored loans. These loans are intended to support a range of needs, including relocation, purchase of work tools or devices, skills training, and funding for small businesses. Following the pilot with core members, the next phases of the initiative will expand to include employed youth and youth-led enterprises. This phased rollout aims to ensure that entry-level professionals and young entrepreneurs can access credit and that aligns with their realities and supports their ambitions. Nigeria and other African nations, as well as the United Nations, have called for collective action, shared purpose and determination to combat food insecurity both on the continent and globally. According to them, Africa needs predictable concession finance to invest in agriculture, rural transformation, infrastructure, and literacy, while climate finance must be aligned with the food system. The appeal came as Vice President Kashim Shettima said Nigeria was scaling its agricultural drive with modern technology, such as artificial intelligence (AI), geospatial analytics, and satellite-driven climate intelligence to end food insecurity in the country. Shettima, who joined other African leaders on Monday at the opening session of the United Nations Food Systems Summit Stocktake UNFSS +4 in Addis Ababa, said the target was to ensure a future anchored in abundance, equity, and human dignity. According to him, while food insecurity has now become a shared affliction that is no longer taking cover in distant lands, African nations must learn to swim against the tide amidst climate change and other global challenges. We'll go on a short break and we'll be right back.
On the 19th of August 2025, Paris will come alive with the prestigious People's Choice Governors Awards taking place at the Gauche Hotel, Paris. The prestigious People's Choice Governors Awards is designed to celebrate governors who have contributed immensely to their states in different countries across the world. If you are a governor who's gone above and beyond to deliver transformative projects in your state and country, then this award is for you. To partake of the Governor's Excellence Awards this year taking place in Paris, all you have to do is send an email to soupnexus.com with the words, "I accept," and we will get right back to you. You can also send a WhatsApp message to the WhatsApp number scrolling on your screen right now. You don't want to miss Paris for anything, and we are looking forward to celebrating you and your achievements this year. So contact Soup Nexus to make that happen.
Welcome back to the Midday News on Souk News TV. In foreign trade news, the euro is under pressure after a new trade deal between the United States and the European Union sparked backlash in Europe. France described the agreement as a dark day for the continent, arguing that the deal heavily favors U.S. interests. German Chancellor Friedrich Merz also warned that the tariffs introduced would hurt European exporters and slow growth. The euro dropped sharply, its biggest fall in over 2 months, while the US dollar gained strength, impacting global currency markets. Analysts say the imbalance in the deal could ripple through the emerging markets, including Africa economies that depend on European trade and investment. Global investors are now watching upcoming rate decisions from the US Federal Reserve and the Bank of Japan for further clues on where markets may head next. The United States and China have resumed trade talks in Stockholm, hoping to ease tensions between the world's two largest economies. The high-level meeting comes ahead of an August 12 deadline to reach a lasting deal on tariffs. Both sides are under pressure to avoid a return to harsh trade measures, which previously disrupted global supply chains. Talks began on Monday at Sweden's Prime Minister's office and continued into Tuesday with no official statements yet from each delegation. While no major breakthrough is expected immediately, the meeting could pave the way for a possible extension of the tariff truce and even a future meeting between Presidents Joe Biden and Xi Jinping. However, tensions remain. U.S. lawmakers are preparing new bills against China's stance on Taiwan and human rights, issues that could complicate negotiations. Many thanks for watching. Do well to follow us on our social media platforms at Souk News Television. Just Africa comes up after this. I'm Moyosore Adebi. Good afternoon.